Okay, if later you have any difficulties, feel free to ask. It's okay to interrupt me later rather than you stay quiet and do not understand anything. So feel free to ask. If later from my explanation you have any difficulties or getting confused. Okay, we are going to study about the function machine. What is a function machine? This is a function machine as you can see. This is the function, sorry. This is the function machine. In the function machine, there will be a number called as input and also output. And there will be the function itself. This is the function is plus 5. So it means whatever number that I have in input to get the output, I need to plus it by 5. That is how the function machine works. So later we have to do any operation from the number, the input that we have. We do calculation based on the function that we have from the function machine. And then, yeah, we do it like that. 4 plus 5, it will be equals to 9. 5 plus 5, it will be equals to 10, and so on. That is for the function machine. Now, what about the mapping diagram? Mapping diagram, actually, this is the any other way to write the function machine. So it's actually we need the function machine first before we can make the mapping diagram. So here in here we already have the function machine, and then for the mapping diagram we do the same thing. So I make a list, I make a number line start from 0 until 10 for the input, and for the output also I make a number line from 0 until 10. This is the number in the number line. It will be up to you. You don't have to always start it with 0 and then end up with 10. You can try any other number else. This is will be up to you what number you want to write for the mapping diagram. As long as later you connect the number 2 in here, you connect it with number 7. Why do I have to connect number 2 with number 7? Because this is based on the function machine that I have. If I have the input 2, my output is 7. That's why the number 2, I have to connect it with 7. Number 4, I have to connect it with 9. And number 5, I have to connect it into 10. Is there anyone get confused about the function machine and also mapping diagram? Before I continue, or later the function, it will be like, it will be helping you later to find the inverse of function. If you already understand about the function machine, it will be helping you a lot to find the inverse of function. Inverse of function later, usually in the grade 8, you will have like a little question only about the function, the inverse of function. But later when you already in grade 9, grade 10, you will meet a lot of a question using the inverse of function. So this is the point, is just like it will be helping for you later when you are going to find the inverse function. That's it. For the mapping,
Okay.
it's just like help to map what is the input and output only. There is nothing much help about the mapping diagram. But for function machine, it will be helping you for finding the inverse later on. Is there anyone have question? If you have any question, you can type it through the chat box or you can interrupt me. It's okay. You can unmute yourself and then tell which one that is still confusing for you about the function machine and also mapping diagram. Is there anyone having question? No one? If you think
Nope.
no one, okay. If you have no question, I will continue to the making equation based on the function machine. So here we already have the function machine, the input we will label it as X, and then the output we label it as Y. So input it will be letter X, the output it will be Y. That's why for the function machine we can simplify it become X, and then this is the machine we do it plus 5 will be equals to Y. So from here we can make an equation. How to make equation? You can read it like this. So you differentiate with the x. You different the x plus y will be equals to y. This is x plus y. This is the another arrow that connects to y. We read it as equal. But any arrow before the y, we just ignore it. We just do x plus 5 equals to y. But usually equation will be starting with y. That's why we write it as y equals to x plus 5. But if you don't want to move it, you just want to write it as x plus 5 is equals to y, it will be also okay, it's not wrong. So it will be up to you. How do you want to write the equation? Is there anyone have difficulties or getting confused about making equation from the function machine? Or maybe I talk too fast?
Teacher.
Really? Nothing is confusing? Okay, if nothing
No,
is confusing, yeah, the table in here, this is a table also the same thing. So the x is the input. So the input I have number 2, 4, 5. So the x here, yes? Can? Hello?
Teacher.
No. Okay.
Teacher,
Yes?
my camera cannot turn on, teacher. This one only see my back phone case, teacher.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. For now, it's okay. Yeah. Maybe.
And I try to use my other device.
Uh-huh.
It says I'm unable to connect to the server.
Oh yeah, maybe the Webpack is still on the upgradation, changing for the into 50 minutes. Maybe there are some problem with it also. I still, yeah, it's okay lah for now. Later, if it is already fixed, try, if it is possible, please try to keep making your camera on, because it is a school rule that you have to keep your camera on. Okay, can I continue to the lesson? So yeah, this is the function machine. The input we make it as x, the output we make it as y. So from this function machine, we can also make it as a table. So actually, there are many ways for us to represent the equation. We can represent it as a function machine. We can make it as a mapping diagram. We can make it as a table also. For the table, this is also the same thing. The x will be the input, and then the y will be the output. The input, there are number 2, 4, 5. That's why the input I write it in here. The textbook only write 2, 4, and 5. The output also, the 2 will be connected to 7. That's why below 2 will be number 7. Below number 4, it will be number 9, and so on. Is there anyone have difficulties or getting confused so far?
no, teacher.
No, really? If you have no
Yeah, really.
difficulties, I think it's okay for you to try the exercise 2.4 by yourself. I'll give you like 10 minutes to do the question 1 until question 5. It's on your textbook, page 25. Please, can you
Okay.
do it? Yeah, can you do it? I'll give you like 10
Sir,
minutes.
sir,
Yes? Yes?
if finish how?
You finish, you can write down. You can write that you already done. Sorry. If you finish, you can tell me if you're done. If later when you are doing, you have any difficulties, you can unmute yourself, or you can type anything to the chat box. Ask me anything that is difficult for you. Yeah, I give you 10 minutes. Later, after 10 minutes, if even if you are not finished yet, I will choose to discuss it, because we only have 45, yeah, 50 minutes in each meeting, right? So we have to use our time wisely. And I want you to try first. So later you can collect all your queries if you have any difficulties. Okay? Feel free to ask. Do not get, oh yeah, there is still another example for the, do you want me to discuss the example first? I forgot I have the example in here. No? Okay.
Teacher, can you admit me to the meeting?
Already, just now.
Oh, I think it's still loading.
Yeah, just now I already admit you.
It's still loading.
There are two Ken in here already, Kevin AW and also Kevin Ken.
Still not yet, sir.
May I annotate annotate A?
Okay, like what? You want to write something in my slide?
Yeah, complete the table, right?
Yes. Or for completing the table later when we have a discussion session, I will, if you want
What
to
I
annotate
mean.
something, you can ask permission, then I will allow you to annotate.
Yeah,
Now,
that's what I mean.
okay. For now, just try to do it by yourself first. If you have any difficulties, feel free to ask. Okay. Oh, Until question 5 already done, Kevin? Wow, so fast. So fast. Wait for your friends, yeah? Please try it until question 5 in 10 minutes. Oh yeah, will you are still doing? Sorry, okay. Okay, for the question 1, anyone want to help me to find the output of that question, of the question 1A? What is the output when the input is 1?
Output is the
Result.
which
Y.
one, teacher?
Yeah,
The
The
result.
Y. The
yeah, the
result.
result. Output is the result. Input is the number that you are going to do anything based on the machine given. So what is the output of the question when the x is 1? For the question 1
4.
A1.
So
Okay, 4.
4.
Okay, after
5, 6,
4.
7.
Okay, 4, 5,
5.
6, 7. Is there
6,
anyone
7.
get confused? Is there anyone get confused?
No.
No.
Okay, if it is lagging for you, Kevin, you can turn off your camera. It's okay if it is laggy and you cannot hear me anything, Kevin. Okay, now for the
Sir, should we like write in here because there is the annotate button.
oh, you want to try to annotate? If you want to try to annotate, just ask permission, then I will admit it. Okay. Who? What is the answer for the question two? A2?
Have you admit?
Yeah, I just admit two people who try to make annotation.
Oh, mine not yet, sir.
Really? No, this is already two participants. You and two participant can annotate.
Not yet, sir. I still lagging maybe, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. This is Benjamin William just tried. Alvin is trying. Okay, if you try to annotate, do not make any scribble or anything. Just write the things that we are going to use. This is there are already some number 4. This is not my handwriting. This to number 4. Okay. So what is the output when the x is 4? Okay, it's okay, Hugo. What is the output of number when the x is 4? Can you hear me or my voice not audible?
We
Hello?
can hear you, teacher.
Okay then. What is the output for this question? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Is there anyone get confused? If you want to try to annotate, just use the any color that is not too light. I barely can see the answer. Okay, is there anyone get confused so far?
No, teacher.
No. Okay, if no one get confused, let us move to question B. Draw a mapping diagram for each function in the part A. So for the function in here, you cannot see anything, Hugo. Is my slide not visible? Or
It's
maybe Hugo,
visible,
you can
teacher.
leave my class first and then try to rejoin, Hugo. Is my screen visible or it is gray or something?
It's visible for me,
Okay,
teacher.
okay then. Yeah, for
I'm not
the
sure
map.
for the others.
Okay. What about the others? Are you guys having problem? No? Okay. If you have no problem, let us continue for the mapping diagram. The number for the input and output, the list, it will be up to you. You don't have to
Okay.
start it from 0 and finish at 10. You don't have to do that. As long as all the numbers from the function machine are there, it's okay. But make sure for the number do not go jump too much. So like this is because of 4, 5, 6, 7, and you write it later 4, 6, and then 7, and then 8. So please make sure when you write the scale, use a ruler, make a good scale for this one. I don't use ruler. I have no ruler for drawing at the screen, so this is not ready to scale. You have ruler, you can make it to scale.
Okay.
Yeah, please try to make it to scale. so it will be looking good and more proportional. This is for the input. I just write it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then for the output, I will write it for 5, 6, 7. And then after that, you just need to connect the number with input with the output. That's it only. So this is the number 1 is connected to 4. I'll connect 1 and 4. Number 2 is connected to 5. So connect it. Number 3 is connected to 6 because when the input is 3, the output is 6. When the input is 4, the output is 7. Is there anyone get confused?
No, teacher.
Okay, for the question, if you're not getting confused, then I will make only one mapping diagram. For the second mapping, I don't think you have difficulties. I will not discuss it. Is it okay?
Yes, okay, teacher.
Okay. Now let us continue for the question 1C. Write its function as a part of equation. When we have to write equation, this is the equation for the question 1, correct? Y is equals to x plus 3 because the x we plus it with 3, it will be stay as x plus 3 for the first equation. And then for the second equation, because this is minus 3, so it will be y is equals to x minus 3. Is there anyone get confused? Is there anyone who get confused? Feel free to ask, do not stay quiet. It will be better if you clarify all your doubts during the online class. Is there anyone get confused?
No, teacher.
Okay, really? How about the others? You have no difficulties? Not getting confused? The others?
No.
Okay, if no one get confused, then I'll move to question 2. Okay, for the question 2, what is the output of number 1? Anyone want to help me? What is the output when the x is equals to 1? Oh, sorry, I didn't read.
5.
Okay, 5. And then after that, after 5, how many is the output? When the x is,
7.
okay, 7. After 7, how many it will be?
11.
11. Huh?
Hello.
11, okay. Is there
We
anyone
can
get
hear
Hello.
you.
confused?
Teacher, you
Hello?
not put the
Yes?
11 properly.
Sorry?
Hello.
Hello, Ken.
Hi, teacher.
Okay. Is there anyone get
Teacher,
confused? Yes?
why you mute my chat? My call, I mean.
Before, because you were activating two device, so I mute you, but I don't think I mute everyone.
No,
No.
and then this one, when I turn on, and then it's off again.
No, it's not me. I didn't mute anyone.
Oh.
Not me. I didn't mute anyone. I just mute you when you were using two devices and then all of your two devices are unmuted. So I mute one of the other device because the noise is so irritating. But
No,
now
it's
it's not
actually
affecting.
hurting ears, teacher.
Yeah. Sorry?
It's actually hurting ears if the sound comes out again.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anyone get confused? Is there anyone
No,
get
teacher.
confused where the X is 6 in here? Is there anyone get confused?
No.
Okay, the answer is correct for the question 2A, A1, and then A2 is also correct. Thank you for those who already helped me to answer. Is there anyone get confused?
No, teacher.
Okay, for the question 3, yes, the X is 7, 9, 10, and also, okay. For the question 3 also correct. Now for the other question 4, if for the answer is also, yeah, it's okay. Negative 2 when the input is 2, the y will be equals to negative 2, correct? And then what happened when the output is negative 1? Is there anyone already find the output when the, sorry, is there anyone already find the input when the output is negative 1? Is there anyone already find
No.
it?
4?
I disagree when if you answer it as 3, I disagree.
4.
Okay, it will be 4. I agree when it is 4. Yes, I agree. Is there anyone get confused not to get 4?
No, teacher, we're
When
not
it is
confused.
a function machine, we are going to find the input, we do it from the back. So negative 1, this is the opposite. We have to do opposite way, from the back and opposite. Negative 1 plus 2.
Teacher,
Yes, hello. Hello.
I'm so confused about how do you get the one. The input is 2 and the output is 4. I'm so confused.
Okay, let me wait before I go to the question 4. Is there anything confusing from the A1, A2, or should I repeat from the A1 or something? Stanford,
Huh?
uh, the first diagram or second diagram or third diagram that is confusing.
No, I mean that one.
Third one. Okay.
2A, the fourth one. I thought it's supposed to be 14.
Oh, wait. Okay, let me try.
Please
The
by
first
2
question,
seconds.
the first diagram, you have no difficulties. First diagram clear. To get 6 also you have no difficulties. When the output is 15, the input is 6, you have no difficulties.
No, teacher.
Okay. To find the input, when you already have the output, you have to do it from the back and do it like opposite way. This is 15. 15, when I have 15 in here and I want to find the input, I have to do it from the back to opposite way. So because this is plus 3, opposite of plus 3 is negative 3. So 15 minus 3, it will be equals to 12. And then omit this number, this is times 2. Opposite of times 2 is divided by 2. 12 divided by 2, the answer is 6. That's why in here, the input will be equals to 6. If you have, do you have any difficulties in the second function machine?
No, teacher.
No, okay. If the third function machine, I'll go to the third function machine. This is the x is 4, so it means the input is 4. 4 divided by 2. 4 divided by 2, it will be equals to 2, right? 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5, it will be equals to 7. That's why the output is 7. Now I already have the output as 9. I want to find the input. So I need to do it from the back to opposite way. I have number 9. This is plus 5. Opposite of plus 5 is minus 5. 9 minus 5 will be equals to 4. After 4, I made this one. This is divide by 2. Opposite of divide by 2 is multiply by 2. I have number 4 multiplied by 2. I get 8. That's why in here this is will be 8 for the input of 9. And then I have input 10. I want to find the output. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 plus 5, it will be equals to 10. Like this. And then this is for the output 15. So because I have the output, I need to do it from the back opposite way. 15 minus 5, it will be equals to 10. After I got 10, I do multiply by 2. Because this is divided by 2, we have to do the opposite. That's why this is the input will be equals to 20. Is it? Or is there anyone still getting confused for the third function machine? Is there anyone still
No.
getting confused? No? If no one
No,
gets
teacher.
confused, I will continue to the fourth function machine. I have the x2. And then I read the function. After 2, I have to divide by 2. 2 divided by 2, it will be equals to 1. After I divide by 2, I need to minus it 3. So 1 minus 3, the answer will be equals to negative 2. That's why in here it will be negative 2 for the output. And then now for the second one, I already have the output. The output is negative 1. I need to find the input. I need to do from the back in opposite way. So negative 1 plus 3. Negative 1 plus 3, it will be equals to 2. And then this is divided by 2. Because divided by 2, we need to find the opposite because the output is given. So it means times 2. 2 times 2, it will be equals to 4.
4.
Is there anyone get confused?
No, teacher.
Okay, really? No one get confused?
No one
Okay.
get confused, teacher.
If you have any difficulties, feel free to ask. Do not stay quiet. I will not get mad if you ask any question. Okay. If you have no difficulties, I'll move to question B. What is the question B is asking? Okay, write in its function. So we have to find the, yes?
Um,
Is there anyone who's talking before?
No.
Or someone is asking? Last input. Okay. Anyone is still confused with the 2A4? Okay. This is, we also definitely have the output. I have the output 4, right? And then I have to do from the back to the opposite. Because this is number 4. And then this is the last operation is, oops. We only have like, wait, my screen. We only have like 5 minutes before the meeting ends. Sorry, the screen gone because of the notification. So this is 4. And then I look at this one. This is negative 3 because the output is given. So it means I need to do the opposite way. 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3 will be equals to 7. And then after that we do it divide
times
by
2.
2. 7 times 2 it will be equals to 14. Is
No,
there
14.
anyone get confused?
Now, why before you write 2, teacher?
Oh, sorry. It was, yeah. Sorry. Thank you. Is there anyone get confused?
No, teacher.
Really? For sure?
For sure.
Okay. If no one get confused, let us continue to question 3. Question 3 is easy. We can do it in hours. What is the question 3? What operation do I have to do in the first function machine in here?
Plus 8.
Okay. After we plus 8, what is the last one?
For the double times 5.
Okay. Is there anyone get confused?
No,
Is there
teacher.
anyone get confused? Really? Okay. And then now for the question, we write its function as a part of equation. So what equation do we have in the first function machine? Y
Y,
is equal,
y equal x plus 8.
okay, x plus 8. And then for the second function,
Y equal 5,
y,
5x.
yeah, it will be equals to 5x. Is there anyone get confused? Is there anyone get confused? No? Okay, if no one get confused, I will move to question 4. Okay,
The
this is the
question is
question 4. Which one that is correct, the girl or the boy?
the boy.
Okay, why the boy is correct?
Yeah, because his equation match with
Yeah,
all
the
the
equation, you can try it one by one for each equation.
It
Later, I will
works.
send you the recording, Jovan, don't worry. After this, we only have 1 minute left before the class finish. That's why I did it in a rush. Okay, I think the equation, yeah, this is correct for x minus 3. Why? Because when we multiply it by 4 and then we minus it 1, you try it one by one, this is the correct equation. Is there
It
anyone
all.
get confused?
No,
Is there
teacher.
anyone get confused? It's
The
okay
last
if I
one.
move to question 5?
Yeah, hurry up, teacher. We still have
Okay,
time.
yeah, that's why I go in a hurry. This is if question 5. We already have this function.
Times 3 plus
Now to
2.
find the equation, yes?
Times 3 plus 2.
Okay, how did you get times 3 plus 2? That is correct.
All the possibility that makes and find the perfect match. So you
Yeah.
just
Okay, if you get confused, you can see this is 5 plus, yes, this is the last question. So this is, you can imagine like the position to term rule. 5 to 8, this is we do plus 3. As you know that when the term to term rule is plus 3, then the position number we have to times it by 3. That's why we do times 3 in here. So this is, we can imagine as a position number. We multiply it by whatever term to term rule that we have. This is the term to term rule is at 3. That's why the position number we multiplied by 3. And then when I check 1 times 3, it will be only 3. To get 5, I need to add it by 2. That's why it will be multiplied by 3 times 2. Is there
yes,
anyone get
teacher.
confused?
No.
No,
No,
teacher.
really? Okay, Jovan, which one that is still confusing for you? Before you tell me that I go too fast, which one that I need to repeat, Jovan?
Teacher, no homework, right, teacher?
No
No.
homework. The homework for you to do is only try to study the exercise 2.1 until